What if you could have a regular wall outlet, the kind in your house, but anywhere your car can go? Pretty cool, right? Well, today, we're going to make that happen. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to safely wire a power inverter straight to your car's battery. This is going to give you some serious mobile power for tools, appliances, you name it.
I mean, think about it. Have you ever been out somewhere and just desperately needed a regular outlet? Maybe for a power tool at a remote job site, or trying to get some work done on your laptop from the road. Heck, even just making a decent cup of coffee while you're camping. That exact problem, that limitation, that's what we're solving today. And we're going to do it the right way, safely and built to last.
Okay, so you might be thinking, wait, I've already got that little round outlet in my car. And you're right, but there's a huge difference. That cigarette lighter port, it's convenient for sure, but it's pretty wimpy. It's a low-power outlet that's sharing its circuit with a bunch of other electronics in your car. It's fine for charging your phone, but that's about it. If you want to do any real work, you need a dedicated, high-power pipeline, and that means going straight to the source, the battery.
So here's the bottom line. Plugging into that little accessory port is easy, yeah, but it's just not designed for anything that's actually power-hungry. If you're talking about running tools, kitchen appliances, or any serious electronics, a direct connection isn't just a nice-to-have, it's an absolute necessity. Honestly, it's the ultimate power upgrade you can give your vehicle.
All right, here's the game plan for today. We've talked about the problem. Next up is the pre-installation checklist. Then we'll dive into the step-by-step connection. After that, we'll cover powering up and staying safe. And finally, we'll wrap up with the key takeaways.
Okay, let's get into our pre-installation checklist. And I'm not kidding here, this might just be the most important part of this whole thing. Knowing what you're doing before you even pick up a wrench, that's the secret to getting this done right, and more importantly, getting it done safely. So first things first, what the heck is a power inverter? Well, you can think of it like a little magic box. It takes the 12-volt direct current, that's DC power from your car's battery, and cleverly transforms it into the standard alternating current, AC power, that you get from a wall outlet in your house. It's basically the translator between your car's electrical system and all your regular household gadgets.
Getting the right size for your system is absolutely critical. So first up, the inverter itself. You've got to add up the wattage of everything you think you'll run at the same time. That number tells you how big of an inverter you need. Then there's the cables. This is simple physics. The more power you're pushing, the thicker the cables need to be so they don't get hot. And finally, and this is a big one, the fuse. This is your number one safety net. You need a fuse that's rated just a little bit higher than what your inverter is going to cool. That way, if something goes wrong, the fuse blows instead of, your car's wiring.
You also really need to think about what kind of battery you have. Your standard car battery? It's a Sprinter. It's designed for one thing, giving a huge, powerful kick to start the engine. But it hates long, slow drains. It can actually get damaged. A deep cycle battery, though, that's your marathon runner. It's built to deliver a steady, sustained amount of power over a long time, which is exactly what you want for running an inverter.
Okay, prep work is done. Time for the main event, the actual installation. We're going to take this step by step, nice and slow, to make sure every single connection is solid, safe, and ready to go. Listen up, because this is the absolute first thing you do. Before you even think about touching a wire, make sure your vehicle is turned off. I mean, completely off. All the accessories, radio, lights, everything, and take the keys out of the ignition. This is non-negotiable. It prevents any electricity from going where it shouldn't and causing a really bad day. Seriously, safety first.
So here's the whole process in a nutshell. Step 1, we're going to get that red positive cable from the engine bay into the car's cabin. And to do that, we have to go through the firewall. Step 2, we'll run that cable inside the car, hiding it under the trim along the floor to keep things neat. Step 3, we'll mount the inverter somewhere secure and hook up the wires to it. Step 4, this is where we connect to the battery. The red wire goes to the positive post. Now the black negative wire can go to the battery's negative post, or often a better spot is a chassis ground, which is just a solid, unpainted metal bolt on the car's frame. It's a great way to complete the circuit. And finally, the moment of truth, step 5, we put the fuse in, turn the inverter on, and test it to make sure we're getting power before we plug anything important into it.
Let's zoom in on that fuse for a second, because this is super important. People always ask, where does the fuse go? Does it really matter? And the answer is a big, flashing yes. The fuse holder needs to be in the engine bay, and it has to be as close to the battery's positive terminal as you can possibly get it. And here's why. That protects the entire length of the wire. If that cable ever gets pinched and shorts out somewhere down the line, that fuse will pop instantly, cutting off the power and preventing a disaster, like a fire. It's your system's bodyguard.
So, you've got everything wired up. Awesome. But the job isn't quite done. Getting the power is only half the battle. Now we've got to talk about how to use it smartly so you don't end up with a dead battery in the middle of nowhere. So, how do you not get stranded? Rule number 1, if you can, keep the engine running when you're using the inverter. Your car's alternator will keep topping off the battery as you use it. If you have to have the engine off, listen for your inverter's low voltage alarm. Most of them have one. When it starts beeping at you, that's your warning sign. It's saying, hey, the battery's getting low. That's your cue to stop what you're doing and start the car to let it recharge. And just remember that sprinter versus marathon runner thing. You really don't want to completely drain a normal car battery. It's just not good for it. Okay, another serious safety point here. Both your inverter and your battery are going to generate a lot of heat when they're working hard. Plus, and this is important, a battery that's charging can actually release hydrogen gas, which is flammable. So you absolutely must make sure there's good ventilation, good airflow around both of them. It helps get rid of the heat and prevents any of that gas from building up. And here's one last simple rule. Don't overload your inverter. It has a max wattage rating printed right on it for a reason. If you try to pull more power than it's designed for, you risk overheating it, having it shut down on you, or worse, damaging the inverter, your battery, and whatever you've got plugged into it. Just do the quick math and stay under the limit.
All right, we have covered a ton of information. So let's boil it all down to the most important points you need to remember to get this right.
Really, it all comes down to 4 key things. 1, choose the right gear for what you want to do. 2, safety is not optional. Use the right fuse, use grommets, and make sure everything can breathe. 3, take your time with the installation. Be methodical, check your work. And 4, be smart about how you use your power. Run the engine when you can, and don't kill your battery. If you nail these 4 points, you're going to have a fantastic, reliable setup.
So there you have it. You've got the know-how, the safety checklist, the whole blueprint for giving your vehicle this incredible upgrade. The only question left is, now that you can have power pretty much anywhere you can drive, what are you going to build? What are you going to create?